In a sane society, you would expect the sports page to cover sports. But we're living in the twilight zone, so everything from ESPN to Nike commercials has been infused with liberal propaganda. But in a glimmer of hope that we may someday wake up from this national nightmare, the parent company of Deadspin, a popular sports website, sent a memo to the staff telling them to stick to sports. Like most media outlets after the 2016 election, Deadspin became completely obsessed with President Trump, writing stories about him that, of course, had absolutely nothing to do with sports whatsoever. The memo said it's time to get back to their roots, to, quote, create as much great sports journalism as we can, and that requires 100% focus of our resources on sports, and it will be the sole focus. The deputy editor decided not to follow directions, and in protest, filled the homepage with a bunch of non-sports stories, so he was immediately fired. He took to Twitter to unironically post, "I've just been fired from Deadspin for not sticking to sports." This is the world we're living in. Deadspin senior editor fired amid revolt against stick to sports memo. Imagine working for a sports website and not reporting on sports and getting fired and then being surprised. In other insane news, this creature was arrested in Tallahassee, Florida after he walked into a Taco Bell with a cup full of gasoline and doused a woman and then lit her on fire. This is the perpetrator's mugshot, but just listen to how the Miami Herald is reporting the story. A Tallahassee woman may have gone on an arson spree Wednesday and Thursday, starting at a Taco Bell where another woman was set on fire, cops say. This balding and bearded man told police that he identifies as a woman, and so to be politically correct, that's how they're reporting the story, accompanied by this mugshot. I mean, what's next? Is Charlie Kirk gonna welcome drag queens into the conservative movement? Oh wait, what's this? In other non-advertiser friendly news, since this video is definitely getting demonetized, yesterday the House of Representatives finally voted to officially recognize the Armenian genocide, where 1.5 million Christians were slaughtered by Muslims in Turkey back in 1915. Those who committed the genocide were known as the Young Turks, which may sound familiar to you because, what a surprise, it's the name of YouTube's most popular news channel, headed up by Chunk Yogurt and Anna Kasparian. While YouTube won't allow channels that are named after or affiliated with or support supposed hate groups, it's okay for the Young Turks to have a channel which is named after the same group which committed the Armenian genocide. In fact, Susan Wojcicki, the CEO of YouTube, seems to be good friends with Chunk Yogurt. Democrat Congresswoman Ilhan Omar would not condemn the Armenian genocide and instead just voted that she was present for the vote. She was present for the vote but didn't want to take a stand against the genocide of 1.5 million Christians. Oh, by the way, here's a fun fact for you guys. Anna Kasparian, the co-host of the Young Turks, is Armenian and actually grew up speaking Armenian, and her grandparents fled the Armenian genocide only to have their granddaughter end up working for a YouTube channel that bears the same name of those who tried to kill them.
But am I saying that I'm better than you? I guess I'm going a little further than you are. Yeah, I'm better than you, okay? Much better than you.
First of all, Mark Dice is a well-known idiot.
Speaking of idiots, Chunk Yogurt has a lot in common with Ilhan Omar because for years, he too denied the Armenian genocide. Another glimmer of hope on the horizon is that George Papadopoulos, who was one of the early targets of the Russia probe, which the deep state used to get their foot in the door so they could start wiretapping all Trump associates, has announced that he's going to be running for Congress, and guess whose seat he's trying to fill? The former seat of California Congresswoman Katie Hill, the floozy who had that three-way relationship with her husband and one of her campaign staff members who just resigned. A lot of you guys have been asking for it, and so I'm proud to say that it's finally here. It's the "oh wait, what's this" shirt, which is one of the few designs of mine that you could actually wear out in public without attracting any, let's just say, unnecessary attention to yourself. Like my 2 + 2 = 4 shirt, only those with a brain will know what this is, so you can easily blend into the crowd, yet secretly signal to others who are in the know. Order yours from my online store at markdice.com or click the link in the description below. And like all of my designs, it's available in a t-shirt, long sleeve, and a hoodie, and a whole bunch of different colors as well. And use the promo code Halloween at the checkout this week to get free shipping and handling in the US. So head on over to markdice.com or click the link in the description below and check it out.